My name is Simon Munyama from the Planning and Research Department, Office of the Auditor General.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. Good morning, Chirundu Town Council. My name is Kasomo Chaila, Senior Auditor, Office of the Auditor General.
Good morning. My name is Luvinda Sinyani from the Planning and Research Department in the Office of the Auditor General.
Thank you so much. Our permanent witness from the Ministry of Finance.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of Parliament. Good morning, Chirundu. My name is Esther Nekazwe, coming from Ministry of Finance and Accountant General. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Chirundu. Good morning, members of the committee. My name is Ashubuye Davis, Assistant Director, Local Authorities Department, Internal Audit Division, Ministry of Finance. Welcome.
The Ministry of Local Government.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning once more. And Chirundu, welcome. Kazinga Kennedy from Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our permanent witness from the Local Government Service Commission.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. Good morning, Chirundu. My name is Mulumbenj Kasanka from the Local Government Service Commission. Thank you.
Thank you. Our Secretariat.
Good morning, Chirundu Town Council. Emmanuel Walia from the Office of the Clerk.
Honorable members, our Secretariat. Yes, behind there.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, the Office of the Clerk.
Honorable members of the committee, starting with the people of Usakile.
Thank you very much, Chair. Auditor General. The local authority from Chirundu. Good morning. Kalobo Pavyuma is my name. Represent Usakile constituency, Kitwe.
The people of Kaumbwe.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning and to Mwanza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petuke district.
Thank you so much, Chair. Good morning to you. Morning, everyone else. Chair, good morning to you too. Member of Parliament for Mangango. Thank you.
The people of Dundumwezi.
Chair, I'm grateful. Good morning. Our permanent witnesses from Lusaka Province. Good morning, Chirundu. My name is Singombe Edgar, representing the people of Dundumwezi in Kalomo, Southern Province. You are welcome to your committee. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The people of Siavonga.
Chairperson, good morning. Thank you very much. Good morning, permanent witnesses. Morning, my neighbor, Chirundu Town Council. Good morning, colleagues. My name is Mulunda Darius, a Member of Parliament for Siavonga constituency and a member of this committee. Chair, thank you.
Thank you so much. Witness, my name is Christopher Shakafuswa. I represent the good people of Mandevu of Lusaka district, and we are privileged to host the National Assembly in Mandevu constituency. So you are welcome to Mandevu constituency. I wish to, my substantive position is that of Deputy Chairperson, and I'm actually privileged to chair this session. So on behalf of the committee, I wish to invite you to present your submission.
Thank you, Chair. The internal auditor has also come. Even to just introduce himself.
Please go ahead.
Honorable members, my name is David Kalebuka, internal auditor, Chirundu Town Council.
Thank you so much, and you are welcome. And feel at ease, eh? Yeah.
And then I have a submission, Chair, to make. We do have an addendum which we propose that we submit before this honorable House.
What is the addendum speaking to?
It's actually going to speak to some of the attachment and appendices. It's also going, we're also going to, in terms of the main report, we'll actually read it from the addendum.
You want to replace the earlier circulated report?
Not quite, because there are just one or two more that will refer to the old report, Chair.
Just guide us on what you want to present as the addendum before you circulate.
So on the addendum, Chair, the presentation from the Council Secretary is going to come from the addendum, and we have also attached some appendices pertaining to issues of the income and its usage in terms of the over expenditure. The unspent funds. So we've put the vouchers that show what we spent the money on, and a lot more other attachment that we've put to try and make our submission a bit more meaningful.
Hence my question that you want to replace the earlier circulated report.
In a way, Chair.
You can circulate your addendum.
Thank you, Chair.
Please go ahead and make your presentation.
Chair, I want to thank you for your indulgence. So, Chirundu, we start with the audit findings. So Chirundu is at 63.1, 63 and then 63.1. But I'll just go to the budget, income and expenditure as we deal with the issues of unspent funds. Chair, I go to the cause of query, and then that's on the page 3. So in terms of that, we've actually attempted to put the cause of query in the table. So in terms of the locally generated funds, we have local taxes. So we have a negative variance of 100. We're saying the cause of query is the variance was due to ratepayers failing to...
Read the figure in totality, because when you say 125, you're going to mislead those that are not here. We are being followed Facebook, television.
Thank you. So the negative variance, Chair, is 125,568. So we're saying that this variance arose, the variance was due to the ratepayers failing to respond to their obligations. And what we've done is we've embarked on sensitization of the ratepayers, and has this also since updated the under the fees and charges. Here we have a positive variance of 6.980,641. So this also, the variance was due to the audit given by the Business Regulated Review Agency to collect levies for outward and inward motor vehicles. Maybe just a history is that we are only collecting one way. So we granted permission to collect the other way as well. So that led to that positive variance. So the Council has since adjusted the 2024 budget estimate upwards to reflect the anticipated revenue. Under licenses, there's an amount of 102,650. This was a negative variance. So the variance was due to poor response by the license payers who cited the effect of COVID-19 affecting their businesses, even up to 2023. So we're saying the outstanding licenses were collected in the following year, which was 2024. Under levies, Chair, we had a positive variance of 21,438. The variance was due to the enhanced follow-ups through the formation of a task force by the Council at the end of the 2022 to collect by the Council for the collection of the 2022 arrears. The task force has since ensured no amounts are left outstanding and are settled within the financial year. For the permits, Chair, 397,692 was a negative variance. So this variance was due to clients who applied for permits in the 2023, in the year 2023, but they paid in 2024. So the task force has since enhanced the engagement of the clients, has since budgeted for the outstanding amount in the 2024 budget estimates. The other receipts, there's 190,632 on the other receipts, which is positive, Chair. So this variance was a result of the new commercial venture, which is the block making machine, which performed above the anticipated targets. So the Council has since adjusted the 24 budget estimate up to reflect the anticipated revenue. So from the national support, we have a negative variance of 587. The support I want to say that in addition, funds amounting to 1.553, 431 160, 424. Now, as of December 31st, 2023, amounts totaling 1,400.
You can go to the next query.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. So the next performance, I will go to the the cause of the query and then the action. So we, on the local taxes there, we have 125, 568, more or less the same. I think these queries are close interrelated. So the variance is failing to their obligation. Charges.
This is the same query. Please proceed to the deliverable targets and outputs not achieved.
Deliverable targets, Chair, thank you so much. So again, I'll go to
on page 6.
One by one. So social responsibility they are in 24. We'll see later with some of them. Renewal has been undertaken between October January 2020. Even environmental planning, Chirundu Town Council did not commemorate the management had no technical officer responsible for environmental planning, and so the event was only undertaken by way of planting trees at the offices. So the remedial measures, we're saying Council will ensure that all subsequent events, because we do now have an environmental planner. On the socio-economic planning aspect, The Chirundu Town Council did not support 6 out of 8 planned social responsibility programs under the year 2023. So we're saying the cause of query is the Town Council had not concluded the development of integrated development plan. The IDP had a number of parts that were done in intervals, and the Council has, however, accomplished all the deliverables, and the document has been completed and launched. We actually do have a copy of the IDP can present it. The major measures management to ensure that in future the document is developed within the stipulated time. The GI Chirundu, we were not under partial planning. To state that in question was Mazongololo compound that has just been, where we have commenced the processes of its upgrading. So to ensure that future economic development, here we're looking at the track back and the major measures management to ensure action by ward, action by management, which the council and realize encourage the other two to be engaged, or the two engaged were not because of the fair. Us to, before we give them to collect money on behalf of the collectors. Sorry, health inspection chair. Cause of query, having inspected 90% of the preschools, the action taken by management is, at the time of the inspection, team went for operations examination. I wish to add there, Chair, that however the 3 period so the medium measures management of the employees. Action taken by management wished to state that the 3 officers who were not appraised were finally appraised, Chair. Remedial measures management to ensure that the targets are implemented as planned. Under revenue enhancement, the cause of query, not having implemented the automated cash collection by Airtel. So the action taken by management is that management engaged Zanaco to provide online banking revenue points to enable other customers to use the Airtel USSD code through Airtel that goes into our bank account. So at the time of audit, the SS code was there, but in being activated. Remedial measures, management to ensure that other supporting services since 2023. So we've also attached the letters of approval that are to pay ZRA. So and wish to state that the variances arising which were carried in 20 action taken by management, 9 excess members establishment terms were also submitted. To this effect, responded by some of the members of staff to other councils. So we continue engaging mission on all staff matters. 23 to secure property and secured properties due. That's the cause of query. Action taken by management. Management assists commenced properties for to the action taken by management. Management would like to acknowledge the observation and wish to state that is scheduled to be done, and the council did write officers occupying the houses, giving of intent to. This is 2025 budget. Management or the medium measures management that council properties are on the development plan, the cause of query, integrated development plan not having been completed by management. This management to ensure to be developed are developed within the stipulated Appendix 6, because we had belabored that Appendix 28 is failure to settle statutory and other obligation. The cause of query is accumulation of statutory obligation. Action that we've done as management. Management has noted the observation on outstanding statutory obligation, which would rise in the cost of paying statutory and part of APSA areas. Now they are very clear. So an agreement with the Zambia Revenue Authority for remedial measures management were future fund authority to service statutory obligation. I wish to state that where there is NAPSA there, we should also include LASIF as one of the ones that are current. Appendix 29, which is failure to settle obligation. The cause of query is failure obligation. Wish to acknowledge the observation made by the auditors on outstanding staff obligation and would wish to emphasize that the local authority has made efforts to ensure that staff obligation is serviced and if possible cleared in the near future. The local authority sets aside every amount outside and inside the pay staff obligation. As we speak, some of the tallies have actually been cleared, and to my memory we remain with one. So this we can refer to Appendix A. Chair, I want to say thank you for, that's my report.
Thank you so much, CS. Before I point of clarifications. On page 10 and 11.
Thank you, Chair. Section just when we this regulation and review agency was only approved later in the year, that is in July, and it was implemented in in September. So there was that.
And that was resolved. Of Lulushi and my represents the state. Please introduce yourselves.
Good morning, colleagues. My name is You're most welcome, Chirundu.
Thank you.
Chair, thank you very much. Of course, I came in the morning, but good afternoon. Chirundu, you are welcome. Mudelo Mishek, MP for Mitete, constituency, and a member to this.
as where your evidence is appendix 4. So we go to we only have data. Then we have some payment vouchers, request for authority to purchase. We have a purchase requisition, we have a quotation, we have a purchase order. So here, CS and your team, the evidence you have provided here is not added and the 12,380 bunch of evidence buying 60 pockets and the payment voucher, which is not numbered but linked to check number 002007 has been duplicated to make a big volume of evidence. Duplicated it, it's appearing more than twice. Also has been duplicated the number get appearing many times there. The purchase order 303 1,700,000 plus the one we are. They have only shown us so many documents accounting for only the 60 pockets of cement amounting to 9,900 kwacha. Where is the other evidence?
Thank you, Chair. I think there's a payment voucher for 1.235, which is the payment for salaries. That's the first one after the copy of the regulatory impact assessment. And I'll allow the treasurer to speak to the other. So the other document are not really a duplication. They are just a document reading to the payment. So the next one is actually just a memo talking about the payment of salaries at net for Division 1 to 4. And so there's the other River of Joy, you have a payment voucher there of 29,750. And the other document that you find are just the other attached documentation for the same. Remember that you don't...
Take us to the documents you are speaking to. We've seen the first one.
Yes, so the voucher also of Joy. Let me just it's 29,750. So that's a payment voucher. So the next that you'll find that is just a low value paper showing that we did some procurement processes to arrive at Rivers of Joy for that procurement to happen. I'll allow the DFO to also speak to the other amounts in
SDF.
Thank you, Chair. After the payment voucher that the Council Secretary talked about, the one for 1,235, think it has attachments. After the attachments, there's another payment, the payment voucher for 29,750. Then after the attachments for the payment voucher for 29,750, we also have a payment
Chair,
voucher.
point of seems you have different documents, because me what I have after what is talking about voucher bearing check number 02007 amounting to 9,900. Throughout the documents I've checked, I don't have a voucher for 9.
You don't have which voucher? Okay, proceed, Director of Finance.
Thank you, Chair. I don't know if Honorable, you are there. There is attachments for the same payment voucher, which for 9,900, which the Honorable referred to.
What's the date?
So, Chair, these are part of the payment which were made from the funds which were carried forward. Then we had also the funds which are for, there is a project that we are doing, a double story. So what happened in the process, we terminated the contract. So the funds were still sitting, they were not yet spent at this time.
Why are these vouchers not properly acquitted? And the amount here still is below what we are questioning. You have indicated outright that you have changed, that the project is ongoing, that's why the other fund. Why didn't you in this? Still, we are very far from reaching 1.7 million. So where is the other evidence? And the bank statements supporting these other vouchers?
Additional Honorable Dr. Manza.
Thank you, Chair. Just in addition to what is under discussion, I have done the addition of all these payments that are in 4B, and then I find that there's 375,900 unaccounted for from the 1,712,380. Now, through engagements and your revelation, I'm a bit curious about the project whose contract was terminated, and the funds are still sitting in the account because you still need to continue with that project. The funds for that particular project whose contract has been terminated, are they part of the funds that were captured on this unspent ledger? Then the same Appendix 4, on Appendix 4, that stated that the 1,712,380 was as a result of the funds brought forward from 2023. and hence you've showed us how you demolished, how you spent these funds. Now, when we go to Appendix 4, the second page, the first page is a payment voucher. The second is a request from the human resource to Council Secretary to use the funds that were unspent to the tune of 1,235,185. So, this request, you have explained that these funds are as a result of funds carried forward to 20 and were spent in 24. So, the request to spend was made on 18th January 2023. Just the beginning of the financial year in question.
On the memo.
On the memo. And then you're explaining so the request was made on 18th January 2023, and the funds were paid on 18th January 2024. So the question is, how do you explain the origin, the source of these unspent funds? Because if you are saying they are carryover funds to 2024, the human resource would not have requested to use the funds in January 2023. Second question is, you request for payment using these funds in January. 1 year later, that is when you make payments. How do you know about the changes in the staffing levels? What would be the wage sheet here? You request one release of 1.2 million now, so that salary
for the month below the date on which I sanctioned that to be expedited on top one up to 4.
Honorable.
Well, I think the information is very, very, very clear. It was written on 18th January and it is only from the text that you are trying to show proof that so you could have, because true, you need to read one bit. So to answer the counted for 375,947 and also the project that was terminated were the funds budgeted for to be spent on part of these unspent funds of 1.7.
Yes, yes.
Collaborated further by bringing pointing it was also 8th of January the year 20. But I want to say that you normally have beg your indulgence as allow the auditors to prove further, but otherwise we own up.
Other questions? $1.7 and the evidence adduced does not have information for 300 plus. How do you account for that?
Okay, so the Director of Finance did that it
million. Why then? Where these unspent funds? Because I'm sure leading up to termination, definitely issued some payments to the contractor, and we want to check the project cost of that that particular project, whether that money is included in this. So far, there is no detail of money spent to any contractor for civil works. All evidence is just leading to consumables.
Honorable Kalobo, additional? Please take note.
With the answer that you have provided to this committee, on and spent 1,712,380. Do you wish to amend your action taken on this matter, which is misleading this committee? Do you wish to amend?
Take note also, Honorable Mulunda.
Just a comment, Chairperson. Council Secretary and Director Planning is here. Engineering. You don't have the engineer here. Some of these questions, where you find there are funds that are not utilized, either in a contract or some balance of some kind, always you have an obligation to provide a narration. So where we are, these are the monies that we have used, and this money ongoing project, and the project picture is here. We are on such a percentage, or avoid unnecessary queries, because in the minds of the committees, where is that money? There is no information about forward. Next week, evidence, the monies, the narration should be put in a way that the committee.
Thank you so much. There's a question. Measures, what you have written to
on page 4, action notice of the action taken as management acknowledges the very variance.
Your microphone, please.
Realized during the period under review, and wish to state that variances arising from the funds which were carried forward and spent in 2024.
You can. Do you wish to amend the action taken that you have provided, and arising from your
and I wish to state that the double to include it, but at the moment the progress of the double story is we're actually painting, and in the next one to have tenants there. So in terms of and in acknowledging Honorable with the indulgence of this House, we may still be able to add, if Parliament allows, we can actually give the details of what we've spent on the double story, including giving you the pictorial view of how it stands at the moment. And we can none of today, if it is granted.
Sure, the answer to that question is just a yes or no. It doesn't need so. Do you wish to amend? Answer. Answer on its own, yes or no?
Yes, yes, Chair.
We should go ahead with that evidence, which you deem necessary, but which are speaking to that project. This committee needs to be satisfied that indeed this is the project you are to see the status of that project. So we need that information.
Right, Chair.
Honorable Kalo.
May I take the committee to page 16?
Page 16.
Appendix 29, failure to settle staff obligation. On the action table, we are told that management wishes to acknowledge the observation made by the auditors on outstanding staff obligation and would wish emphasis that is it correct this
to
way?
Emphasize?
Yeah, that the local authority has made efforts to ensure that the staff obligation is serviced and, if possible, cleared in the near future. The local authority sets aside each month an amount outside and inside the payroll to service the staff obligation. Some retirees have since been cleared. So, question is based on some retirees have since been cleared, and you have referred us to Appendix 8 as where your evidence is. Oh, sorry. On appendix is what they are calling ledger card for Chirundu Town Council, where they just sat in the office, started typing what they wanted to present to this committee as evidence, which is unsubstantiated. There is no bank statement whatsoever, no payment vouchers to these retirees. CS and your team, this is just your document. You sit in the office. It's not even authentic. It's not even stamped, not signed even by yourself. Even if I was to pick this document in the street, it would not even mean anything. Where is payment vouchers that are properly acquitted, the bank statements to support this document that just typed in your office? Thank you very much, Chair.
Additional honorable.
Yes, in addition to Honorable Boss question, page 9, Management and Administration. On action taken, first of all, they have written to say management wish to state that the 3 officers who were not appraised were appraised. This is a query on failing to appraise human resource. Where is the evidence for the appraisal of this human, since we are dealing with human resource matters? Maybe point
would not unserious. He comes and paid in full. That is dealing with to chair to clear.
Yes. The question evidence with you would have done that on phone.
Sure.
Here we want to look at evidence in answering to the query. Can you lead us to the evidence as asked by Honorable Kalo?
The evidence we've put here are ledgers. Now, is going to tell us how much money how much has been, they have been cleared. So if the House still needs further evidence in terms of the payment vouchers, we can still make available as we make the other evidence that we
if I picked any of the ledger, make me be authentic and is on the ledgers that you have put here.
Yes, this committee is an.
I said we can't take. I should have said you are a very serious.
So
Yes, did not utter the words that this is not serious. The witness is
himself.
I have guided. Yes, Kalobo, Honorable Kalobo, I want him to answer your question. Yes, document. Yes, yes.
Chair, in more authentic date stamp would make them look like any other documents, but I want to take it that put under Appendix 3 the officers that were not
Honorable Kalobo.
Becoming very serious now. I've observed for the third time your witness is trying to argue with the standard process of presenting evidence. This is a committee of evidence. You mean providing evidence is not going to be evidence enough? What we are saying is, the question is, where are the payment vouchers to these individuals you have highlighted in these ledger cards? Where are the bank statements supporting the same? That's a standard way of submitting. Can this standard evidence anywhere to prove any financial matter? What you have presented here, these ledger cards, can they stand? You just yourself. Fees that I'm supposed to have in my office like this, or this such a date. Can it stand in what you are doing?
Yes, yes.
We take note of the shortcomings in terms of not providing payment vouchers, Chair.
Did you? You're the one who prepared this ledger.
Thank you, Chair. I would if we the officers.
Mulunda, I'll come back to you.
Thank you very much, Chair. I just want to one thing, we appreciate you have cleared when you look at the ones that you have cleared through your ledgers, you have been paying monthly, like you have committed yourself on the query, on the remedial measures, that you are going to be doing it monthly. But when you look at the deceased, the last payment you made, and seemingly according to your submission, this one is the last, it's the only person with outstanding. obligation. This one you paid, and you why is it like?
Chair, wanted to is to be sorted out.
The same. Do we have requested for lump sum, and that which
I have to check whether there is anything come
Chair, tonight is the verbally. And two, when I go to Appendix 3, Chair, Makongoro settlement in Chirundu district. It's a map, Chair, like this. I don't know whether this is the appraisal letter in Chirundu. So, I'm wondering what is
on the 3. Like it's been for the honorable member writing them. Yeah. Honorable Dr. Mwanza.
24.
Page 24.
There are 7 properties, and the explanation by council is that management, the action taken, management since commenced the process of numbering of the said properties for eventual offers and title. The site plan is attached. Where is Well, so how was that? The site plan is attached. How would I locate? Question. The second question, okay, I look at your site plan. So, how many properties have you answered to based on the queries? Because the query is that there are 7 properties. Looking at your site plan, there are only 5 properties. What about the 2 properties?
Additional Honorable Mwene.
Thank you so much. Yes, how long will it take you to have these title deeds? One, and next, are you telling your committee that from 2023 up to 25, no one has gotten a deed? Observation. When I don't know how Chirundu Town Council takes your committee, whether this is seriousness of by them or unseriousness or thinking that we read the pages upside down. I don't know. But we are equally human beings just like them. Don't read pages. What kind of filing? This is a serious sign of unseriousness by the council. They are upside down in this submission.
Honorable Mutelo.
Even before that, you've seen what was happening. But, Chair, we have to listen to you. When something is not okay, just to stop. Yes. Where
the patient,
Chair, which you did not want.
Yes, you may respond.
Thank you very much, Chair. I want to render an reserved apology maybe for one honorable members that are disjointed. I really render an reserved apology because ours look organized. If we did that, it wasn't intentional. Then in terms of the site plan that is actually talking about, this big site that are inside are actually encroachment in our to those are encroachments, but otherwise all our houses are sitting in this big site plan. I submit.
Yes.
You're saying the 2 that are inside are encroachment, right? The big
Exactly, Chair.
Okay. So how can we account even in this property number 1, property number 2? You can, or in a the coordinates A to K, but the properties? They are not shown.
Thank you, Chair. These properties are actually 7 houses for the council, so they are supposed to be under one block title for the council.
Honorable Pavima.
Thank you very much, Chair. On the same, Chair, this land was not surveyed and numbered for so many years. And these same 2 properties which you are calling encroachment have been. How did you know? Because by then you didn't know the extent of your land and it was not numbered. So why are you calling it an encroachment instead of just regularizing as the way it is? Because it is your fault, it's not these individuals' fault. Why don't you just regularize, and what action you as a local authority have you taken?
On citizen engagement. 1. I'd like to ask which should have been taken between October and December had been extended to January. Because they are saying management will ensure that the programs are supported within the given. Did you do this? You haven't come out clearly whether you did the sensitization or not. And if at all you did that particular activity. I submit, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. We did the sensitization, and you are able to see from the voice FM there, and the voucher says being payment for and ground rent. Yeah, that's evidence that we did the sensitization, Chair.
Thank you so much. Seriously, are you writing this kind of you have done it before? The way you before this committee. Proper guiding.
Thank you, Chair. Well, I have even lost count how many come here. It's so bulky where us to put more than one query. So you is Appendix 1. Under the Appendix 2, you find quite a number of evidences that we've attached for this honorable.
What is the problem with you leading the committee where you have put a lot of evidence on Appendix 1, and if the same query on page 2 and on page
duplicate?
I wanted to conclude this session, but I'm from the committee.
No.
Just for a few minutes, I consult the committee.
Okay.
Breathtaking and thrilling. Visit Livingston City for pure adrenaline and fun. Its thrills and spills inspire. Livingston features arguably the best sunset views in the world. Memorable game-playing adventures in the small but well-stocked Mosio Tunya National Park, where you can see the rare white rhino. Or through visual and performance. More, the awesome, majestic, mighty Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, known in local language as Mosio Tunya, the smoke that thunders. A visit to Livingston is incomplete if you with this world-famous icon.
plans. The committee that you and number one, collecting of establishment. Ensure development. I've taken the committee on your lack of guiding. Put your evidence in terms of putting appendices. We want to go and indicated that this committee we expect that you
Director of Finance, Mr. Elias Mokosha, Senior Procurement, Inshallah, Acting Director Planning, and Mr. Chansa Abraham, Internal Auditor. Right now we take a look at some of the committees which are sat earlier during the day. Today, 5th of February 2024, we had a committee on sports, youth and child matters which sat in room 4, and the following witnesses did appear before the committee: the Zambia Police Service and Save the Children Zambia. Under the topic, a review of government interventions on streetism in Zambia. Committee on Transport, Works and Supply also sat in room 5, and the following witnesses submitted before the committee, and these are the National Council Construction, Zambia Development Agency, under the topic review of rail transport in Zambia. In committee room 1, we had a committee on national economy, trade and labor matters, under the topic a review of a Zambia mining licensing framework, under the witness was the Zambia Institute of